All right, let's talk about the Indian stock market. It's a lot. So today we're going to look at a tool that's designed to do just one thing and do it really well. Cut through all that noise and give you some real clarity for your investment decisions.
So, have you ever pulled up a list of companies on the Indian exchanges and just felt your eyes glaze over? I mean, there are thousands of them. If you felt that sense of being totally overwhelmed, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common feeling, and that's exactly the problem we're digging into.
And really, that's the heart of the challenge, right? The Indian market isn't just big, it's constantly changing. It's so dynamic that whether you're just starting out or you've been investing for years, trying to stay on top of it all can seriously feel like a full-time job.
So, what this all means is that real success in investing, it's not about chasing hot tips or just going with your gut. It's about doing the hard work, that deep analytical research. And for the longest time, the kind of tools you needed for that, well, they were pretty much locked away for the big institutional players. That huge barrier to entry is exactly what we're seeing get torn down.
And that brings us right to the solution we're going to unpack today, Finmagine. Now, this isn't just another finance website you scroll through. Think of it more as a complete ecosystem, one that was built from scratch with only one market in mind, the Indian equity market.
Okay, so let's just talk about the sheer scale for a second. We're starting with over 300 pages of professional-level content. I mean, just picture that. It's like having a fully curated library on Indian stocks right at your fingertips, ready to go whenever you need it. It's the foundation for making smarter moves.
But it doesn't stop there. Then you get to dive even deeper. You get access to more than 71 super detailed reports on some of India's biggest companies. And we're not talking about surface-level stuff here. This is a true deep dive analysis that goes way, way beyond just a stock ticker and a price. And then, to really bring it all to life, you get over 33 interactive tools. This is where you get your hands dirty, you know? These are calculators and analyzers that let you stop just being a passive reader of reports and start actually playing with the data, running your own what-if scenarios. It's a total game changer.
So you're probably wondering, okay, that's a lot of stuff. How is it all organized? Well, it's actually built on 5 main pillars. You've got the Company Analysis Hub, the Interactive Tool Suite, a massive section for educational resources, the Systematic Company Rankings, and a blog for the latest market insights. This whole structure means that everything you need, from learning the basics to doing some really specific analysis, is right where you'd expect it to be.
But what's really driving all this? What's behind the rankings and the analysis? This is where we get to the really cool part, the platform's proprietary engine. You could call it their secret sauce.
It's called the Finmagine scoring system, and what it is, at its heart, is a framework built on 21 different parameters. The whole point is to give you a complete 360-degree view of a company's health and its future potential.
Now, what's really powerful is how these 21 parameters are organized. They're not just some random checklist. They're neatly sorted into 3 main pillars. First up is financial health, the hard numbers like revenue growth and debt. Then you've got business quality, which looks at stuff like competitive advantages and market share. And finally, and this is crucial, there's management and governance, which digs into the quality and integrity of the people running the show. It's just an incredibly thorough way to look at a company.
And here's the kicker. This is what makes the whole system so relevant. This isn't some generic model they just copied from the US or Europe. Nope, it was built from the ground up, for India. It actually understands the unique details of the market here, like how many businesses are promoter-driven or family-owned. That's a huge piece of the puzzle in the Indian corporate world.
Okay, so that's what the platform is. We've seen the features, but the big question is, so what? Why does any of this matter to you as an investor? Let's talk about the actual real-world impact.
What we're really looking at here is a fundamental shift in how you can approach investing. Think about it. On one side, you've got the traditional way, spending hours and hours digging for info, getting stressed, and maybe making emotional decisions based on fear or hype. And on the other side, you have a systematic approach, where analysis takes minutes, not days, where your decisions are driven by cold, hard evidence, not gut feelings.
And when you actually look at what users say they get out of it, the benefits really stack up. The number one thing people talk about, the massive amount of time they save on research. I mean, that's huge. But right behind that is getting access to professional-grade analysis, being able to build a consistent, systematic process, and of course, the chance to just keep learning.
Look, I get it. A new platform can seem a little overwhelming, but getting started here doesn't have to be. There's actually a really clear learning path laid out for you.
You can start with the basics in their Foundation Hub, check out some free sample reports to see what they're like, play around with the interactive tools, and then, once you're comfortable, you can really dive in. It's designed to walk you through it, step by step.
When you boil it all down, the ultimate goal here is to completely change the way people experience investing in India. It's about taking something that feels like this huge, daunting challenge and turning it into a structured, informed, and frankly, more rewarding process. It's all about giving you the tools to invest with real confidence and clarity. So that leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to take away. Think about your own investment journey. Is it built on a solid, repeatable system, or do you find yourself getting swayed by market noise and sentiment? It's a really important question to ask yourself.